AOs asked all occupants to exit vehicle. After AO McMahon was able to remove the driver and the rear driver's passenger, AO's Higgins number 11720 asked front seat passenger Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, aka Tay Savage, to exit vehicle. As Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, was exiting vehicle, he tried to flee from AO Higgins, number 11727. AO Higgins, number 11727, was able to grab hold of Dwayne Timberlake, at which time a loaded 40 Smith & Wesson, 1 live round in chamber, 4 magazine handgun fell from Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, waist area. AO McMahon quickly recovered the gun from the ground. As Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, continued his attempt to defeat arrest, he swung his arm, striking AO Higgins, number 11727, in his right eye. AO Higgins, number 11272, then performed an emergency takedown in AO Higgins 11727 and AO McMahon 17102, placed arrestee in custody, and BT 2272 transported arrestee into 022 2nd District for processing. Dwayne.
Yo. So he tried to get away and bat this nigga in his eye. He got his ass slammed. He did a signature move on his ass. He thought he was about to get away.
That bitch trying my bed. I ain't trying to do that cause this bitch be whack. I just fucking out the Ukraine. Bitch come through, she gon' throw shit back. Let me talk about brother got the bag. When now he ain't even have bite. Niggas bouncing ain't kill no sight. Heard that brother ain't definitely bite.
Man, shorty. Tay Savage gets accused of snitching in a gun case, shorty. Tap in, man.
Production. Let me tell you right now, I don't know what's going on in the music industry or just in the world, period, but every time you turn around, there's rat allegations, snitch allegations, rat K, snitch K, cooperative, nobody know who's telling on who, it's all type of allegations, literally every time you turn around. Now lately it's been Young Thug. Well, let's go back. Before Young Thug, we had Little Zay Osama, we had Gunna, it's just too much to name, but let's just go with who's been notable and popular as of recent. Now, Young Thug done had all these audios that's been released, and we don't know who's been leaking them, but common sense would tell us it came from the jail. For y'all that don't understand how that work is, it's not leaked, right? These audios haven't been leaked. I keep telling people, there's no way something like that could be leaked because it has to come straight from the jail itself. There's no, oh, this person hacked this. No, this came from the jail, and I still wonder why the jail isn't being investigated, but that's a whole nother story that we're going to get.
Yeah, because you don't never see this. This don't never happen, bro. This don't never happen. That's why they say half these polices be corrupt and shit. Like, how is people getting actual calls, recorded calls that this nigga had with people? And the internet got a hold of him. Like, bro, what?
Now, it's kind of interesting that just yesterday we did a video covering Tay Savage, where he's been accused by a cameraman for basically armed robbery. Now, it all started when the cameraman pretty much said that Tay Savage lured him in to do a music video for him, where I guess he believed it was a trap, because we don't know whether his plan the whole time was allegedly to take the camera or not. But according to the cameraman, in which he would show DMs between him and Tay Savage, where Tay Savage actually hit him up and wanted to do a music video to be shot on Father's Day. Now, somewhere in between, I guess things got a little weird, because Tay Savage began telling him that he's on the wrong side of the building and saying that he don't know where he's at and he's making him look bad. Lo and behold, the cameraman says that that's when he seen guys approach him with a weapon, took his camera that was very expensive and all his equipment, totaling to about $7,000. They would escape through like a hole in the fence, get into a Jeep Trackhawk, and then they took off. And he says that he didn't want to go to the police because he doesn't really do that. However,
there's some people in the comments I seen, they said a rat is still a rat, no matter if you're a civilian or if you're in the streets. A rat is a rat no matter what. I just don't understand that logics of it. I ain't gonna bad to you. That was kind of the dumbest thing I ever heard a nigga say. A rat is a rat no matter if you're a civilian or in the streets. You hear how stupid these niggas be? What are you even talking about? A rat is a rat, even if you're a civilian. Say, a white man get robbed, which he was. Not street affiliate at all, which he wasn't. Gets robbed. You're a rat because you snitched on the nigga that robbed you.
You're out of your mind.
You know how he gonna look at you? You know how all of them is gonna look at you? Like a goofy. That's exactly how niggas supposed to look at this man that said that in the comments. Some people is actually agreeing with it. I'm just like, damn. A lot of people are really stupid as hell, bro. Like, if you think about it, a lot of people really stupid as hell. And they'd rather a nigga get away with anything or just, I don't know, bro. The streets just stupid, bro. The streets just stupid, bro.
However, that is how he provides for his family, so he at least wants to be reimbursed or the camera to be returned. Now, I told y'all in the last video that it's a scary time for these cameramen because, as y'all know before, Little Zay Osama was accused of basically doing the same thing, as he would allegedly set the cameraman up to be robbed for whatever money and equipment that he has. Now, it's kind of crazy because we would think that cameramen are off limits. They're not gangsters, they're not drillers, they're not spinning blocks, none of that. They're just there to shoot your music video, and to be honest with you, they give you a platform to be seen amongst hundreds of thousands of people because you, in return for using them, will get the opportunity for you to have exposure to their audience, no matter how big or small they are. That was crazy. Anyway, look how the universe works. Because Tay Savage himself will respond to the allegations yesterday, saying that the internet is a crazy place, don't take it serious, and he's Rat K. Now, I don't know why he wouldn't be taking it serious because he is being accused of basically an armed robbery. And like I told y'all before,
he said y'all take anything on this internet serious. Nigga, you robbed somebody for some cameras, bro. A cameraman came out of nowhere and said that he was robbed by Tay Savage. Posted the screenshots of you trying to get booked. And he pulled up. You say he was on the wrong side, making him look bad. Y'all robbed this nigga and got up out of here. Y'all playing, that was y'all playing the whole time. They try to, sometimes niggas try to make it like you took forever, you had me looking stupid over here, all that type of shit, so we took him. Just try to make any excuse to like get down on the nigga. In reality, that's not what it was. And that's sad, bro. You supposed to be pushing peace. Pushing peace? But you out here robbing niggas instead. Robbing cameramen, civilians. Like, come on, bro. Ain't robbing nobody in the streets, but want to rob somebody that's not? Hell no.
Or it's not just us that's watching this. It's the police, it's the feds, it's whoever. But at the end of the day, who's to say that this cameraman won't go to the police because you done took basically his whole way of providing for not just himself, but his family. Who's to say he doesn't have a kid to feed? Who's to say he doesn't have rent, bills, right? Car notes, who knows what it is? But you took a cameraman's camera for whatever reason, allegedly. And if he did decide to go to law enforcement, he wouldn't be wrong because he's not a gangster, he's not a street guy, he's not a YN, so those street codes don't apply to him. He's a simple civilian who's just trying to make money by shooting music videos and got his camera taken. But like I said before, it's funny how the life works because now Tay Savage is now being accused of being a quote-unquote rat himself. Now, to be honest with y'all, where I come from, these rats and snitches and these words and labels that you give to people, you have to be 100% accurate before you do give out these titles, because just know that it comes with a lot. Back in the day, if you called somebody a rat, snitch, or invited them to your private part, just know that 9 times out of 10, when that person see you, you either looking to get beat up or unalive. It's simple as that. But these days they throw him around so loosely, but we're going to get into why he's being accused of quote unquote ratting. And I want y'all to tell me if y'all feel that he did or not. Now it starts with a case that he caught back in 2010 when he was 16 years old, where he was caught with ammunition in a firearm, and allegedly they're saying that he basically told where he got the firearm from. Now, along with those charges, he was hit with unlawful use of a weapon, aggravated vehicle, or concealed, and he was also hit with battery, followed by possession of ammunition and resisting or obstruction with an officer. Now, time for the black and white. According to the arrest report, it is a quote, "This is an on-view arrest by BT 4232A, and that AOS observed a blue Buick Regal with license plate 87-10042 traveling eastbound on 107th Street from Halstead driving with no headlights. AO's curved vehicle at above address. Vehicle was occupied by Kennedy, Madrick, driver, Timberlake Dwayne, front seat passenger, and Williams John L., rear passenger behind driver. A.O. McMahon, number 17102, asked driver for driver's license and insurance. Driver was unable to produce a valid driver license and was placed in custody. A.O.'s asked all occupants to exit vehicle. After A.O. McMahon was able to remove the driver and the rear driver's passenger, A.O.'s Higgins number 11720 asked front seat passenger Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, aka Tay Savage, to exit vehicle. As Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, was exiting vehicle, he tried to flee from A.O. Higgins, number 11727. A.O. Higgins, number 11727, was able to grab hold of Dwayne Timberlake, at which time a loaded 40 Smith & Wesson, 1 live round in chamber, 4 magazine handgun fell from Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, waist area. A.O. McMahon quickly recovered the gun from the ground. As Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, continued his attempt to defeat arrest, he swung his arm, striking A.O. Higgins, number 11727, in his right eye. A.O. Higgins, number 11272, then performed an emergency takedown in A.O. Higgins 11727 and A.O. McMahon 17102, placed arrestee in custody, and BT 2272 transported arrestee into 022 2nd District for processing. Dwayne.
So he tried to get away in it. Bat this nigga in his eye. He got his ass slammed. He did a signature move on his ass. He thought he was about to get away, shorty.
Timberlake Mirandized at 022 2nd District at 1915 hours by P.O. Higgins 11727 in the presence of P.O. McMahon 17102. Post Miranda, now pay attention, y'all. Post Miranda, Dwayne Timberlake, arrestee, stated that the driver asked me, "How old are you?" 16, then handed me the gun, and after you blocked the lights, I wasn't able to get the gun on my hip. That's why it went flying when I came out. ASA Ray notified at 2250 hours and approved charges at 2302 hours. Court date is 18 November 10th. Gun cleared not registered per gun desk McKnight, number 7531 at 2015 hours. Prisoner personnel property inventory under number 12175243 and 12175549. And the rest is numbers that don't really matter. But now let's point out a few things here, right? And we don't know how real this is, quote unquote, so we're just gonna go with everything being alleged. Now, mistake number 1. These guys was driving, it seems like they was about to go do a drill, but they was driving not only with the headlights off, but the driver didn't have license, insurance, registration, no nothing. Now,
bro, these niggas be stupid as hell, bro. How far did you think you was gonna go with none of that? It probably wasn't even no license plate on the car. Nah, forget that. Even if it wasn't, nigga, y'all outside with the lights off. Y'all the only niggas on the road with y'all lights off. Of course you're gonna get. Come on, but y'all niggas was dumb.